It's a tough one. Definitely a tough one.
IPMDIABOD versus Vibe Check here. And if there was one game that I think IPMDIABOD in particular is supposed to have a game on, I think it's CSGO.
You say that, but I also think that Vibe Check has a chance here. There's a lot of CSGO players on both teams here. I think it's going to be a pretty good, pretty even match. I'm really excited to see. I think this could go either way here.
Yeah, and maybe it's just me having a little bit of a caster bias because of our good casting buddy Victor, who's on the IPMDIABOD team. Showed a little bit of caster bias there, but no, I do think this is going to be a very fun match. This goes a very fun game to cast. I haven't got to cast in a while, but it's one of those games you never really forget how to do it. It's such a fun game to spectate, and such a fun game to to play as well.
Definitely. It's such a bare bones shooter that just makes it a classic game to watch, classic game to play, classic game to spectate, and it's really a fun game all around. I'm excited to see how Victor, like you said, our casting buddy, plays, but I also know Andy Xiphius is the team captain of Vibe Check.
Mhm.
He's a big CSGO player. They're both close friends, so I think we're going to see a little bit of rivalry coming out here.
Rivalry.
Oh, you gotta love
I love it. All right, and with that, we are checking to see how they are waiting in the game. We're still waiting for a couple players to get in the game. So look at the state of the game right now. I believe we have passed the period where like the SSG is super overpowered, right?
I think we're starting to get out of that. We're going back to the AKs. We're going back to the M4s. We're going back to some of the more expensive weapons, sort of the more classic ones. They've rebalanced the SSG a little bit, so I'm expecting to see more of a classic CSGO coming.
Yeah, and I think we're all glad to be out of Counter-Strike AUG offensive or Counter-Strike SSG offensive.
Definitely. I'm hoping to see a lot of that, the AWP play, the AK play. However, I'm sure we're going to see some Negevs coming out here and there.
Yeah.
Not everyone,
Negevs.
You love it. Since they dropped that price, it's just been out there more and more, and I'm hoping to see some fun little plays with it. I know in the prelims we had a lot of Negev play, a lot of just sort of spraying and praying, so hopefully we'll get a little more skill this one, but I still expect to see some Negevs.
Yeah, from what I've heard with the Negev is that once they dropped the price, it became a much better option than a lot of the submachine guns that have been available in the game. And with that, we have also seen a sort of resurgence of it where the game has slowed down a little bit because of how heavy the Negev is. People don't realize that the guns actually carry weight in CSGO and that they make you move a lot slower. Like a pistol will make you move a lot slower, a lot faster than a assault rifle and vice versa. And Negev, I believe, is the heaviest weapon in.
It is, yes. I think the Negev and the M249 are equal in weight, but both of very large guns, slowing you down a lot. However, the ability to get a lot of bullets down range very quickly is huge, especially when we're entering this meta of going for the shots through walls. There's a lot of angles that people are going to just spray down and hope to get a pick behind there. So it's huge in this meta right now.
Yeah, and with that also, the Negev, it's notably inaccurate in the early stages of the fire rate, but once you get that point honed in, it becomes one of the single most accurate and consistent guns in the game in terms of that spray pattern.
Definitely. So I want to go in here and talk a little bit more about the teams. I want to hear some predictions from you. How do you think it's going to go?
I mean, I was on it on a IPMDIABOD beforehand because of, again, everybody Victor, but you had me questioning myself. I'm going to go with 13 IPMDIABOD.
13. Okay, bold prediction. I think we're going to see that last round come into play here. I think it's going to be either a 16, maybe even 15-15 going into overtime on the side of Vibe Check, actually. I'm expecting big thing. And I'm just hearing word that I think all of our players are in the lobby now.
And it does appear that I would say we are having spectator issues. Apparently the server might have crashed. I believe everybody just might have got kicked. We'll have to figure.
Chris, I believe you just got kicked from inactivity. Should be good, buddy. We're just figuring out some technical difficulties here real quick. We should be up in a minute.
Yeah, and we will get that handle, see if we can get into game. Because again, CSGO, very fun game to watch, very fun game to cast, very fun game to play. Seeing what we can get going here in a minute. We talked about it before with the pistols. I would like to move back to a pistol for a moment.
Yeah.
After so we talked about the Negev, but still those pistol rounds can be so pivotal, especially on the map that we're using for the semifinals. It is Inferno, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's favorite.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have Inferno for our semifinal match, and then we're gonna move on to the classic Dust 2 for our finals. So stay tuned for that. That will be going on later. But Inferno, the pistol rounds can be huge.
Yeah, and as we are starting
here we go.
Yes, we do. And as with this pistol round, we'll have to see where they start to go on. This is actually one of the few maps I actually know all of the callouts for, or most of them.
So I believe we're going to get started into a knife round here. Once both teams ready up, the knife round is just to decide which team starts on which.
Okay. Yeah,
Once
so
both.
it's just gonna be everybody running in. As is that a fact? Is that a factory new golden drag or golden koi?
Golden Coil? I believe it is. Wow. All right. Seems like Purple
That
Haze experience this game.
that's like what, a
Got some
$40
expensive
skin,
skins.
something like that.
Yeah, it's got some price to it.
So that is just one of the best looking of the M16 in the game, in my opinion. It's
Yes.
such a pretty skin. But look at here, just what everybody else says. Wait, did there's no way that was what I thought it was.
What
I
do you
thought I
think of
just saw somebody spawn with a dealer off, and I was like, there's no way that that's the case.
possible? So
Okay, no,
hopefully
it's
both
this
the
one.
teams will ready up shortly, and we can go ahead and get started.
Yeah, and again, we're trying to see it on, and we'd like to take a moment while this game is about to load in, to thank our sponsors here at the best of the best, here at UA, Coca-Cola, CSL, HyperX, Zaxby, Tespa, and iBuyPower for helping us put this on, make this possible, and give the University of Alabama its first ever esports LAN.
Yes. I apologize. We're a little bit behind schedule today. However, this LAN has been incredible for the University of Alabama. It's the first of its kind, but it definitely will not be the last.
Yeah.
Thanks to our sponsors, as was just said, they have been incredibly helpful at making this whole thing a reality. A lot of hard work has gone into this event today.
Yeah, and part of that, I mean, again, with the first event, there's bound to be competitive. Everybody expects. I mean, even the League of Legends World Championship, now considered one of the best produced events in all of esports. The second edition, where they were, I want to say they were in the Staples Center. Uh, that one had so many issues that Silver Scrapes became a meme because they played it for like 6 hours straight.
Yes, definitely. And it does look like we're going to get started here with a.
It's okay. This is going to be the knife round. We are into it. What is going on here? Not exactly sure. Okay, trying to set up the game volume. My apologies. Yeah, there we go.
This is looking like a pistol.
Yep. Is this a full pistol round, or are we just going to go straight into it? All right, it appears like everybody is still carrying around the knives. Right here, knives only, ladies and gentlemen, or they pull out their pistols.
No, pistols. They're pulling out the pistols. We had a little bit of an issue with the knife rounds, but that should be all right.
Yeah, B-side push here by the side of Vibecheck. That's going to be Brown taking out Zyphus.
John Enrico swiftly following up the second kill. However, Grandma Tarkin going to return the favor.
Oh, there's going to be shots all the way down. Logan's last man standing against IPMDIABOD.
1v4 and going to get taken out quickly by IPMDIABOD taking the first pistol round. Just as we talked about, these pistol rounds are going to be very crucial going ahead. Getting that jump start in the economy, getting that jump scoreboard is huge on a map like this.
Yeah, now one thing I do from IPMDIABOD that I don't necessarily agree with is the fact that we have, I say that there isn't as much utility, particularly on land and on Purple Haze right now. They've chosen just to go with the gun.
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting that we see that. I'm guessing that they're sort of hoping that their teammates will be able to cover up for them with utility and hopefully pass those guns around if they do tend to fall. But
yeah, as we are sitting here, say Purple Haze, Logan, and it looks inside of Vibecheck are going around. Looks like they might be trying to crawl up through apartment.
Does look like it. However, Xifia is going to find the first kill on land. Sabdab quickly going to return that favor, though.
Yeah, that's 1 for 1 thus far. Let's see if they can set up more. The bomb site under fire, but it is Purple Haze taking down flight right off the bat. And there, High Air.
I'm not quite sure who that is, but.
And there's a good buddy, Sadab. Victor, who is taking them down with that Let's see if he get that final kill. Hiding behind the corner is High Aram, your buddy. And there he is right there. That's Sadab with the most eliminations that round.
I believe that High Aram is actually Luke, a.k.a. Hoya, who has changed his name. Good friend of mine, a good buddy on the Overwatch team. So it seems like he's supporting me. I appreciate that. Back at you, Luke. Big fan of Vibecheck here, so let's hope that they can pull it ahead here.
Yeah. Now, they did go into a buy round here. They kind of, I'd say, this is more of a force buy at this point, because if they lose this, that's going to be maximum loss bonus. They won't be able to go on a full buy for another 2 rounds, and that might just crash their economy if they lose.
We're going to hope that Vibecheck... Oh, and as soon as I say that, Xifia is getting taken down right away by Sabdab. Like I said earlier, Sabdab and Xifius, 2 CSGO players. I know there's a little bit of rivalry there, and it seems like those two have really just been gunning for each other so far. I think every time Xifius has fallen, it has been to Sabdab in this match so far.
Yeah, and now they have abandoned the push onto apartments. It's probably the better site because of the fact that there's 3 members stacked onto the A bomb site by the side of IPMDIABOD. I think they understand that the B is lower covered.
Looks like there's only one person, I believe it is Brown, guarding B site right now. Let's see if he'll be able to hear this push. It's coming slow, and it looks like John Rico is actually going to get debating coming over, and he is going to go over to the B site to help out Brown here. However, Vibe check coming in hot here, taking out the pick on Brown. John Rico's not quite in position yet, getting smoked off. Able to pick up the kill on High Aram, though.
Yeah, but look around this corner. This is going to be the angle in favor of Flight. He takes down Johnny Rico. The bomb has been planted, and now it is a 3v2. Logan at 1 HP, Land at no HP. Purple Haze, last man alive. Can he pull off this 1v3? He was actually spotted there through the door. If he goes forward at all, he's going to get picked off, but he might just save the gun.
I think he's going to have to save here. There's not really much he can do, and keeping that M4 right after Vibe Check did a full buy, and as well as IPMDIABOD made a full buy, he's going to need to save some of that economy there.
Yeah, having that silenced rifle is so huge because, as you said, like the economy is going to be a little bit struggling there for IPMDIABOD because they did go all in most of the rounds. John will be fine. Brown will probably be fine. Victor Sadab, that is, he's going to be struggling for the money.
Logan surviving on 1 HP there. Getting a little too close for comfort, but does manage to stay alive. 1 HP is all you need.
Yeah, and it looks like right now the side of Vibe Check enjoying their first like actually full buy. It looks like we're going to see a full setup of AKs along with some good utility, but none on what do you say, it was Hoy and Logan. No utility whatsoever.
Yeah, it's, you know, I know that these two are somewhat new to the CSGO scene. I'm wondering if they just don't really see a use for it yet, but I do know that Logan and Hoya specifically are insanely good mechanical players. They really have the aim and sighting down, so they might just be a waste of money. All they need is a gun.
There you go. I mean, grenades don't always kill people. Guns always kill people. Look at that. That was the burn. That was a shot by Xifius to take down Purple Haze as John takes a chunk on the flip side. Logan taking all of the shots.
Let's see here. High Aram sort of watching the red. Looks like Vibe Check is going to be a little cautious pushing. It is going to be defended by John Rico and Brown once again holding down that B site. Seems like Sabdab and Land have not quite noticed that Vibe Check is here yet. They will now, though, with Logan and High Aram getting the pick on John Rico.
Yeah, and a blinded
Brown also falling.
He got blinded that entire time. The utility coming in clutch for Vibe Check, what little they did have. That's Victor going down. Land 1 against 5. This is basically a possible retake here, but we've seen crazier things, but he has no utility.
I believe that what Land's going to try and do here is just try, there you go, get a pick off, get some of that economy. Only managed to grab Logan, though, sadly going to be taken down right away by Logan at the end there.
Yeah, and with that kill, actually, he does have enough money where he can buy a decent gun and buy some armor for himself. He won't be able to pack the utility with it, but he can pack something where he can give a punch. And I like the MP7 buy that he keeps doing because, again, everybody talks about the Negev and those machine guns. The MP7 is very light. I believe it's the lightest machine gun, and it can also be the most accurate on the first shot.
Definitely. One thing that surprised me so far, we haven't seen any sort of rifles coming out in terms of scoped rifles. We haven't seen any SGs, we haven't seen any ops, any... Logan, as I said earlier, with the insane mechanical skill, getting that pick off on John Rico there. John Rico trying to hit him with that deagle and just not quite connect.
Yeah, and Xifius looking like he's going to be the entry fragger here. Picks up yet another one. He's not even caring about the bomb. He's just hunting for heads. That's going to be the jump across the shot into his view. Xifius, I believe that's his 3rd kill of the round thus far. Now, looks like Sadab trying to pick off people from the side. All he's got is the USP. Gotta kill the chicken.
Yeah.
Well, lots of damage there.
It is going to be a 1v4 here for Sabdab. And just not even a chance. Gets shot right in the back by Logan there.
Yeah, and we're now at the point where Vibe Check have taken the lead. But your boys are winning.
I have to say, I called it. I knew it wasn't going to be anything close to a blowout here.
I think you need to pick up this phone because, as you said, you called it.
I did. You know, it's Vibe Check's taking the lead right now. I don't want to jinx him yet. However, still out with the AKs and the M4s from both sides. No sort of scoped rifles coming out here at all, which is a little bit surprising, but maybe they're just not feeling stable in their economy quite yet.
One strategy I have seen from teams that like are, I would say, not exactly the most experienced, is that you'll actually save on the rifles because they're so expensive here, and you're just wanting to go in for a full-on team-stacked rush. Like Ziphis, their entry fragger is already dead, so this is going to be a very dangerous pickup, and the burn onto John Rico just makes it an even harder take.
That is true. Lots of grenades and burns coming out here onto Vibe Check. Already, Xiphius is down, higher in flight, down to pretty low health. John Rico and Brown sort of holding this site right now, but...
That was the last utility, too, from IPMDIABOD, so they are now struggling. They just have guns. Still have a flash, an HE grenade, actually, sorry, 2 flash and 2 HEs, and a smoke for the side of Vibe Check. There's a lot of low health on Brown, and Johnny Rico is dinged to about half. This could be a very easy take if they just pull this off just right.
I'm interested to see what they do with this A push. It looks like actually Brown and John Rico are going to hear and come over to A site, so it is going to be a full battle. Huge kills picking up. Okay, and IPMDIABOD in a very quick fight wins that round. I didn't even catch who got what kills. That was over in an instant.
Yeah, that was absolutely mad there with it, but good for the side of Vibe Check, their economy is not crashed. They saved up so much money from all of those guns. The fact that so few of them died, they're still able to make a full fight. There it is. There's your first scoped weapons. Sadab with that scout, and we have the op for Xiphius.
We'll see what he can do with it. It seems like both these snipers, once again, stab-dabbing Xiphius, that rivalry going on. And Xiphius picking up the pick on land first.
So one thing I do have to question about this is the fact that your entry fragger is now turning into Opper. Who's going to be the initiator in site takes here? Because look at that. That HE just took out about, I would say about easily over 100 HP.
Definitely. Oh. However, Flight getting a nice pick here on a John Rico.
Yeah, Brown now here. Will he see him coming around? Yes, he will. Catches high
headshot.
See if he can go on more. That's going to be the smoke right into the face of a T-side fragger. Let's see if he can pick it up. Well, that shot does not land, and the USP will not be enough. Xiphius and Flight pick up 2 kills. Purple Haze trying to get the last one. It is now a 1v3, but everyone is on low HP. This could actually be a quick take if he does it just right, but no, the range of the AK.
Vibe Check picking up another round here. You know, I have to say, every time it says hi, Aram, messes with me a little bit. But I respect the appreciation, and I thank you for that, Luke.
Yeah, and if we're talking about like people in this matchup right now, we're seeing Land is struggling a little bit. He's at 2 and 5. We see on the other side Grand Moff Tarkin at 2 and 4. We're seeing them kind of being the first ones to die off on point.
You know, at the same time though, one of the people who's surprising me is Logan, doing very well here tonight. Not a CSGO player by nature. He's mainly an Overwatch R6 player. However, that first-person shooter.
Oh, this flank!
Oh! Heartbreaker coming in from Sabdab here, trying to get the pick onto Xiphius and Flight with their backs turned, but not able to pick it up with USB.
That was such a good flank, but if it had been any gun other than USB, he would have probably gotten 2 kills there.
Yes, very unfortunate.
It's going to be a tricky site take, or retake by the side of IPMDIABOD. They're down members, and Brown is on such low HP. None of them really have the op. There's nothing that is a great taking ability, and they have no utility. They might just want to save.
What's confusing me here is that Landon and Purple Haze were so late to rotate there. They knew that that Vibe Check was on B site. They knew that the bomb was down, and it looks like they're just going to go for the save here. They're not even going to... with the exception of Brown, who might look for an exit frag here as the bomb goes off.
Yeah, yeah, as you said, this could be very sketchy here because the bomb should go off, I want to say, in the next 15 seconds. It looks like everyone is escaping, though, down Banana instead of going the way that he wants. Not going to be able to get any exit frag.
Unfortunate for Brown, but very fortunate for Vibe Check. All 5 members of their team staying alive, getting that bomb plant, getting the win with it is very huge for their economy.
Yeah, right now they're all sticking on over 5,000 gold. Look at the money on Flight. Over 10K.
And nothing but AKs for all of Vibe Check. You know, it seems like they're really just trying to dominate this economy right now, not spending any big money, just keeping it safe here.
I will tell you something, though, that hurts my soul. The fact that your guy, I love Aram, the fact that he took no utility despite having a 9,000 gold economy. That's a $9,000 economy. God, League.
Oh, John Rico and Sabdab getting quick picks up here. Grand Moff Tarkin returning the favor on a John Rico, though. Zabdab is going to take a look here. Banana, however, Vibecheck is already out of there. Land actually going to fall to I Love Aram. Like I said, he doesn't need those utility. He doesn't need the grenades. All he needs is a gun.
Yeah, but there's going to be a banana flank coming out from Zabdab. Again, the highest fragger on the side of IPMDIABOD. This could be a very dangerous take for the side of Vibecheck. They could find them pincered from all three sides. Look at where Brown is. Look at where Purple Haze is. This is one of the few parts where that UMP will be so lethal if he doesn't get caught walking door frame.
Taking some angles here. Might be able to get a vision. Oh, and he does. He sees him, but not able to land it. Spraying madly, but having to back out of there. Purple Haze, meanwhile, picking up a nice little double kill there.
Yeah, picking up 2. Brown dies on the side, and now it's going to be a 2v1. The bomb is down, and I don't think there's really any chance for a retake outside of some immaculate shots from Logan, who you said has been a star performer in this game for the side of Vibecheck. They're up and around, so this is one that they can actually afford to lose with their economy. Logan's pincer. I don't think he's getting out of this.
He's taking some close shots. Might be able to do something here. Gonna have to land those shots perfectly.
Yeah, but look at the pin coming through. It looks like Zabdab, he's gonna walk through here, see if he can catch it. Flashing that very nice knife, but will it come through? Pop through the wall. Nope, that's Purple Haze with the kill.
Well done for IPMDIABOD here. Taking it to 4-5. Round 10, it's pretty tied up. I'd still say that this could go either direction. We've seen a lot of back and forth from both teams here.
Yeah, no, I like this decision in the change of the opera here for Vibecheck. Again, Xiphius seems best suited to be an entry fragger. Be the guy who rushes in, does like that simple of rushing through a smoke with a rifle. See if he can hit out as many people as possible. Flight, however, has been very accurate, so giving him this op, I feel, is a much better decision.
What really confuses me, though, we've talked about how Logan and Luke, I Love Aram, are very good mechanical players. However, they don't play CSGO. They're not used to the recoil. I'm surprised they haven't been on op yet, because I know that they have those flicks. They know when they aim perfect. And I'm surprised that they have.
Yeah, as we do see 2 go down 1 for 1. Make that a 2 for 2 there as Flight. The op is down. Right now it is just a bunch of rifles, but there is the FAMAS versus AKs. That's going to be because of how much worse of a gun the FAMAS is. It has a much more unpredictable recoil pattern, and the damage just isn't there.
Ooh, and Brown going to try and get a pick on Xiphius a ways away and not manage to do it. Looks like we're going to have a B-site take here from Vibecheck, but they don't have the bomb. It's being closely guarded right now.
Yeah, and they're going on to Banana, but I don't think that they realize this is going to be this evil Banana situation. Xiphius gets taken down via the wall bang. That's going to be 2 kills to finish it off. That's the round in favor of IPMDIABOD soon if Logan gets caught here.
Logan's going to need some big plays here if he wants to take this back.
As right now, that's going to be that Hype Priest off. He actually dropped the off in favor of the AK, picks it back up, but Zabdab again does pick up Logan. I'm very impressed with, like, particularly, as you said, Xiphius, Zabdab, those two getting all the frags, and it's really about who can entry frag better in this series. Right now, I mean, we're all tied up at 5 apiece. This is turning into a great first half, but correct me if I'm wrong, is it Inferno a T-sided map?
It is a little bit of a T-sided map. I know there's been some updates and changes to make it a little more even, but we still have about 4 rounds left in this match. Well, 5 counting this one, and I'm interested to see if it stays even. If it does, IPMDIABOD could have a chance to come back here to the side. However, Flight getting a quick pick on the land here.
Yeah, onto the land, and there's only 2 members on this bomb site. One actually gets picked out. Purple Haze takes out Xiphius. That's your entry fragger gone, and now Purple Haze bites the dust to Flight. Now it's going to be a 3v4, and it's going to be a hard retake for IPMDIABOD because they do not have a great angle on this with 2 stacked up onto the bomb site.
However, John Enrico sort of holding a close little angle here with that op. Might be able to do something, but I think Vibecheck is really just going to hunker down here and wait for IPMDIABOD to come to.
It looks like that they have spotted out that they think Zabdab is going to start going around, and instead, it's like that they might just try and save, but there's an... Oh, that is a tough bounce there.
Zabdab flanking around, getting a pick onto Grand Moff Tarkin there. However, managing to pick it off, I Love Airman Flight. 2 quick picks onto Zabdab and Brown.
Yeah, and with that, it is going to be VibeCheck taking the advantage here. Again, that map, they start snowballing these rounds because, again, the economy has been very up and down for these. This is one where there's a full buy, a crashed economy for IPMDIABOD. If they lose this round, they are toast.
I agree with that. I would just like to point out something I noticed at the end there. Sabdab and Xiphius, same amount of kills, same amount of assists. These two are dead set, evenly matched, and I think it's a great representation of how their teams are. We've seen an even scoreboard and even kills coming up from these two.
Yeah, and there is Xiphius actually taking the advantage there by picking up Johnny Rico. It is now a 3v4. They still have an op versus Rifles, but that's actually the third taken out on the side of IPMDIABOD. VibeCheck here, they are stacking on the A-bomb site. They have the ops, they have utility, they have 3 AKs. They should be able to close this out from here, and that's going to crash the economy of IPMDIABOD outside of some spectacular.
Hopefully Sabdab and Brown are able to get some picks. Yeah, you know what? Even if they got some kills onto VibeCheck here, VibeCheck's economy is just so strong right now. They really can afford to lose this round, lose a couple people on this round. Looks like VibeCheck is just sort of camping this bomb here. Bomb's about to go. It looks as though Check might. They're actually gonna get out safe here.
Now with that means going to be VibeCheck taking over there. They win the round, and with this, again, the economy of IPMDIABOD is crashed. They have barely 2.5K each to work with, and that means that VibeCheck, well, they get Rifles. IPMDIABOD, that is a hard force buy there on that M4. I think that is a very risky situation.
Ooh. I'm interested to see how, as you said, this is a T-sided map, somewhat. With VibeCheck being up 2 here, IPMDIABOD being down 5, likely not going to be able to pick up too many more rounds with their economy in the spot that it is. If IPMDIABOD can really excel on the T side, they'll come back into this entire map.
Yeah, Johnny
Rico though.
2 picks from the man that hasn't, I would say, had a little bit of a bad series thus far, but he got the 2 picks. That started up. That is exactly what they needed. Now, Flight taking so much damage from that submachine gun. Again, we talked about the force buy, how it could be very risky. They've made it paid off. They picked up an AK. They've gotten the kills. Now all you need are guns on Purple Haze and Landon, and this is a complete win for the side of IPMDIABOD going into round 14 after this.
Yeah, this is exactly what IPMDIABOD needed. Able to pick off pretty much the entirety of VibeCheck, as well as keep all of their teammates alive and have them grab.
Yeah, and unfortunately Land and Purple Haze were not able to pick up guns in time. They couldn't get over to the area where the bodies were. It's a little bit unfortunate, but they still have economy to work with now. They have utility. They have some, well, Purple Haze doesn't have utility, but you get what I mean. They have ability contest now with the utility of it. There it is, though. There's the SSG.
I believe that's the first one we've seen this match, is it not?
Yeah, that it is. We see the first COD gun. This is to go.
Sabdab with a nice pick onto a... really just showing his domination onto his rival there.
That was... I didn't even see that coming. I didn't think that you would have that sort of angle. It had to be just like one of those quick flick peeks down mid right before the smoke landed.
And that's exactly what it was. It was a very nice flick from Sabdab. Sadly, I don't think we caught the spectator view, but Andy was crossing right at the wrong time, and Sabdab just had that nice flick onto it. Looks like we're going to see VibeCheck heading over to the A site here. Logan looking for information, trying to spot out any of IPMDIABOD if they can. Don't think he's going to see John Rico or Land here.
Their spots are actually pretty good, but they're time on the box. Oh, what a shot coming out from Johnny Rico. Absolutely destroying Logan. And this fight is seeming to fall apart in favor of the side of IPMDIABOD. That's Sadab with the op taking down a 4th, and it's just Grand Moff Tarkin versus the world.
We're seeing Sabdab really get some clean shots this round on the op. However,
even though you got the bomb down, bad.
That little extra money will help them in this last round here, though, with the economy for VibeCheck not the powerhouse that it used to be. Getting that bomb down is going to be great for their economy on this last round where they really want to full buy as much as they can.
There is one good thing for them, is that Luke has enough money to buy 2 guns, so he can basically just pick up an AK, toss it to someone else, and then buy another AK.
I hope that his teammates are telling him to do that. There we go, and he does do just that. Seeing 5 AKs coming out from VibeCheck.
Land is still rocking that submachine gun instead of buying a rifle.
I'm a little confused by that one because it is the last round. You won't save any of your money going on from here when you swap sides. But,
ooh, shots.
Getting a little. Seems that wherever Xifius is, Sabdab is on the other side. They seem to have like this internal knowledge of where each of them are going to be, and I'm loving it.
That magnetic attraction, you just love to see it there. It's like they can't stay away from each other.
Definitely.
Nothing will keep them apart.
Xifius
taking down Land there. That's yet another death for Land, and it looks like with that, it's going to be an advantage for the side of Vibe Check. And we'll have to see if these shots will land here. Vibe Check trying to now push up the say. There's not a great defense setup here from IPMDIABOD, trying to curve around his ground, and he gets spotted out, taken low, and not quite taken down. There it is. Xifius picks up the kill. It is now going to be a 4v. Oh, great shot from Purple Haze. Takes down 2. Does not get that 3rd, but now it's Johnny Rico and Sabdab versus these members, and they're going to land the shots. That's 1 down. Wait, I love around. Luke, he's on the backside.
This is going to be a 2v1 from Vibe Check. John Rico
that's
getting picked off by I Love Arab. Luke, fantastic shots here. Picking up the 2K right when...
Yeah, perfect setup there by Vibe Check to come around, do the pincer, and then get those kills where they needed. They've got the advantage now on the T side. We'll have to see how IPMDIABOD does on T side, because not only do maps matter, but it matters to the teams because of the variance between whether you prefer T side or CT.
Definitely. I appreciate all of the support, Luke. Big fan of you as well. We are going to have the teams ready up real quick, try and get this match going again. But 7-8, leaving the halftime. This close match. We called it from the beginning, but now that we're here at the halftime point, 7-8 on the sided map. Vibe Check barely inching ahead, but this is not over yet. It is anyone's game here.
Yeah, and looking at the side of the teams, like we're seeing that it does parallel. I mean, look at it there with Sabdab up there, 18-8. We see Xifius at 18-11, and it kind of just goes down the line, even with the fact that there is a 4 and below person with 11 deaths on each team, being Land and Grand Moff Tarkin. But again, this is one of those things like they might not be CSGO players, so it's not exactly anything wrong with that. This whole term is about being the best players at all video games in best Bama Esports.
Yes. There will be all of these players will be playing in us as well. IPMDIABOD has been a big force to be reckoned with throughout this tournament in pretty much every game, so taking CSGO here would be huge for them. And Vibe Check taking IPMDIABOD out of the tournament, CSGO would also be a huge win for them. This is an important match.
Yeah, and that's 2 kills right off the bat. I believe that Flight got 1, and I believe that Luke actually got the other, taking out Brown and Johnny Rico. So this makes it a very hard take. The bomb carrier is Purple Haze. He's inching up. But again, the almost entire side of Vibe Check is there. They need to rotate around to A side instead of taking the peak.
Looks like we're going to see a little bit of caution coming. Purple Haze just sort of inching his head out. Peeking to see what's there. Oh, and we got a nice little boost coming out here. We'll see if IPMDIABOD catches on to it. However, all 5 members of Vibe Check still alive here.
Yeah, and it looks like the side of Vibe Check are rotating around. That's going to be a great shot from Land to take out Luke. And now this is going to be a 3-4. Victor is on the other side of the map. Hi, Victor. You said hi to the casters earlier. And he actually lands the shot onto Grand Moff Tarkin. What a dink there to help now equalize out the round. And with Vibe Check moving around to the A site, I think this is going to be IPMDIABOD's chance to re-rotate.
Yeah, B site is currently completely clear. So they're definitely going to get bombed down here. The question is, will Vibe Check be able to get there in time to maybe disrupt it a little bit or even retake site, hopefully. And he will. Xifius is going to be shooting shots down range, prevent them from placing that bomb. 14 seconds left on the clock, though. They need to get that down quick.
Yeah, and they should be able to get it down in time, especially with that shot onto Flight from Victor. Now Purple Haze going in, and he's going to take down Xifius. The aim was not there from the carry of Vibe Check.
7 HP on Purple Haze. One more shot would have done it. However, it's going to be down to clutch this entire round. 1v3. And
And he's like, ouch. There it. Oh, he almost takes down Victor. Less than 10 HP on 2 members. That has to feel bad. Also, Purple Haze is using the Tech 9, my favorite pistol.
Of course, of course. And with that, I just want to point out, Savdab is now 3 kills ahead of Xiphius. This is the first, pretty much all match that we've seen more than a 1 or 2 kill lead from the carries of each team.
Yeah, and that was because Xiphius kind of got zoned out there. It was his teammates who got the kills, and they put a full stack mid. They're just going for it. They're going for this full-on flank, and it bites them. Land does pick off 1 kill, and that is huge, because now they will have to retake the bomb site.
Banana getting pushed from behind here. Smoke goes down, though, sort of covering them up a little bit. I love Aram, a.k.a. Luke, sort of blindly peeking through the smoke, trying to get some vision here. Managed to spot out Savdab here, but getting taken down almost immediately. John Rico coming in from the side with a huge Mac-10 spray down. Well done.
That was a kill as pretty as that Mac-10 skin. That was really, really, really beautiful there by the side of IPMDIABOD. And again, this is where, like, again, you're supposed to take over on Inferno on the side because of how many avenues there are to approach a site. You have Banana, you have Apartment, have mid, you have so many ways to approach it that you can sort of attack it from multiple angles at the same time.
That's what IPMDIABOD, hopefully seeing how well that works for them. Gonna get a little more confident here, push a little bit harder, but it looks like we're gonna see a B push once again. However, team is a little bit split. I'm not quite sure what IPMDIABOD is going for here.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out what it is that they're pushing for. That's going to be a spot out there by John E. Rico. Grand Moff Tarkin bites the dust yet again. John has had a great second half thus far.
Definitely. He's really been picking it back up, getting those kills. Nice shot on Xiphius there. Oh!
So much damage from such a long range. And the flank here coming out from IPMDIABOD. It's going to catch the carries of VibeCheck completely unaware. Logan, Flight, and Xiphius all bite the dust right back to back to back. But Luke, Mr. 2K.
This is a lot of back and forth here. Luke needs to get big plays. Big plays on the landed. He sees another. Oh! John Rico coming in right when he needed 4 HP left. That was a huge potential for I Love Aram. But well done, John Rico. Nice round coming out from both of those players.
Yeah, and that was one thing. I like the fact that now it's not just the same players who are carrying it out. We're seeing these adaptations. Like Johnny Rico, he went from like having a negative KD8 in the first half to now I believe he's popped off like 5 or 6 kills in this half alone.
And Savdab getting a nice shot here on Xiphius through his teammate. Nice shot, doing a little bit of damage to Brown there.
70 of Brown's HP is worth taking down Xiphius.
You know
no
what?
offense, Brown.
True. Yeah, little push here, and Purple Haze managed to pick off Grand Moff Tarkin there. Nice little headshot coming in. That AK headshot potential huge right now.
Yeah, and right now with this situation, this is VibeCheck on a low economy. They choose to go full save for the pistols. No, ability at all other than the armor. They, even then, not all of them have the armor. So this is going to be it. They're trying to get whatever shots they can, get these kills, but I doubt they're going to be able to against the full team of rifles in that one essence.
Definitely Logan sort of hiding for his life here. Managed to get the pick off on land, though. Not enough to cure it. Going to be 4 here from VibeCheck. IPMDIABOD has been lethal in this second half.
Yeah, again, T-side versus T can matter huge for teams. And now Luke has to be really careful not to lose this HP. That was so close, but he picked up a gun. He got the AK. That is huge. He just now needs to run before the bomb blows up because it will kill him.
Oh, Flight getting taken down here. It is just Luke with 2 HP and a dream. Looks like he might try to contest this or at least hold them on point so the bomb might kill them.
Nah, he's trying to see if he can pick anybody trying to exit the site there. It would be a...
Oh! Just too close! So unfortunate for Luke there, not being able to keep that AK.
That feels so bad, but the good thing about it right now is that VibeCheck have enough for a full buy. They can get rifles, they can get some utility, they can get armor and economy. Double op setup by the side of VibeCheck. One on Logan, one on Xiphius.
You know what, this is what I wanted to see a while ago, is Logan or Luke pulling out the op here, because their mechanical aim comes through this game, and I think an op is the perfect weapon for them here.
Yeah, now one of those ops is stationed right next to Banana, right there. That is going to be a smoke popped. But the question is, will he have the timing? No.
Still going to go for it. However, all of IPMDIABOD managing to make it through. Looks like it's going to be a direct Logan with an insane flick on a John Rico there.
Yeah, and again, when you set up ops on both sides, it really can create a funnel of doom there because the op is that one-shot kill weapon on the head or body. Xiphius, what hit him?
I am not sure. It must have been an op shot, I assume, but because Sabdab is over there with the op, it might have been a leg shot coming in from Sabdab. Didn't quite catch that one. Sabdab gonna look to get this angle here. Flight doesn't see Flight.
He's like, nah. I'm not taking that corner.
He's not pushing that. He wants nothing to do with that. Light and Grand Moff Tarkin coming in here. They just did take off Grand Moff Tarkin, so that IPMDIABOD might think it's safe to go in here. Getting the pick.
Yeah, with that pick on the land, and it does give the numbers advantage to the side of Vibecheck. They're all stacked on the A bomb site, but so is IPMDIABOD or Vibecheck. They're both all here, and this peek around the corner could be huge for Xiphius if he gets the shots off right, but he misses.
Xiphius only on 8. Manages to get the pick on the Sabdab, though. This is big Logan as well, getting the pick on the Brown. It's going to be a 1v4 situation here with Purple Haze. Last one standing from IPMDIABOD.
Yeah, and there's only 6 seconds left, so he has to save this op here. He doesn't have an opportunity to do anything with it. And this is going to mean that the economy of IPMDIABOD is actually lessened. They get one more full buy. This is all you have left here, is this round before your economy then tips into the side of Vibecheck. Otherwise, you're going to be playing with scraps.
John Rico making a little question about the amount of ops in the other team. It seems like Logan and Zip really taking control of this map with those two ops. I think the decision to get 2 angles here covered was great from Vibecheck.
I see something beautiful. I see a Zeus in the inventory of land.
Who has it? Oh, Landon.
It's like, for those of you that don't watch CSGO, there is no bigger disrespect than killing someone with the taser, the Zeus. That thing right next to the pistol in Land's inventory. It is a one-shot kill, but it has the shortest range of anything other than the knife in CSGO. So it is extremely difficult to do, but it is seen as the most BM thing that you can do.
Definitely. I know Landon very well for taking out his joke strategies, trying to mess with the enemy team a little bit, get inside their head. So seeing that Zeus is a great sight, but doesn't really surprise me too much. If anyone were to buy it, it would be...
Yeah, it looks like you took my advice. I said I wanted to see Zeus's. I wanted to see tasers, and it looks like we're going to get it. There haven't been really any hits yet. The only one who's been dinged a little bit, never mind. Luke takes down Johnny Rico, and that is a great setup here for Vibecheck. Again, on that full buy that IPMDIABOD had, they really have to win this round.
IPMDIABOD as well really needs to sort of get it together and try and do a full push here. Looks like we're going to see Brown running into Luke, and Luke catches him unprepared and manages to get the pick on the Brown. That is going to be 2 with this round for Luke.
Yeah, and with the 5 members, Xiphius lands a shot. This is now a 2v5 take, and this is just a full clean sweep by the side of Vibecheck.
Well done from Vibecheck, taking that recovery. That double ops working very well for them, and I think they're sort of getting into the flow of things again.
Yeah, a big turnaround in this half also from Logan. We talked about John's turnaround. He actually hasn't gotten a kill in the last 3 rounds, whereas Logan has picked up, I want to say, 4.
Well, Logan as well as Luke. Luke very well with the M4A1S here. Swapping under an AK this round, probably misses that one, but Luke as well as Xiphius, really all of Vibecheck is really working well together now at this.
That they are. And especially when you have the fact that you have a lot of disposable economy in Luke, it creates a great situation for them. And that's going to be that fire grenade, the Molotov, blocking off the approach and going to force IPMDIABOD back.
We're seeing a pretty heavy push into A here. However, A is stacked by Vibecheck. A lot of picks going off here. And once again, pretty much a sweep coming out from Vibecheck, tying it up 11.
Yeah, and with that, it is going to be Vibecheck and now taking control of the game. They have so much economy. Look at that, 15K on Luke. That is an insane amount of money. He could buy 3 ops and still have enough for utility.
And all he buys is an AK with no utility. I love it. I love watching this.
We talked about the Zeus earlier. We also see a P90 now.
Oh boy. You know that's going to be in a P90 Rush B.
P90 Rush B, ladies and gentlemen. They are stacked up on Banana. Looks like the rotation is going to come around from Vibe Check. Will they be able to catch anyone on the backside? And there's an AUG. We see an AUG too. And that's going to be on the back, but Land had it sniffed out.
Running that defense on the back of Banana was huge for IPMDIABOD. Save them from getting just right down from behind. Siphius trying to line up a shot there. Not managed. And
it's like Victor's going to be taken down. Landon as well. Vibe Check in control. They need one more shot to do it. And that is a good flick from Siphius.
Well done, Siphius. Getting a nice little pop shot onto Brown there. Vibe Check actually going to take the lead here. 12-11.
Yeah, and that was a 4K there from Siphius there. And the other one, your boy Luke.
Yeah, it's
$16,000.
I'm just saying, don't count Vibe Check out. Luke actually had max economy. Shame he can't, you know, buy some grenades and toss them to his teammates, because they might need them, but looks like it's going to be a bit of an A push coming in here from IPMDIABOD. It was a bit slow. Looks like we might have some nice shot coming out from Sabdab with that Deagle, putting in the work.
One Deeg indeed, ladies and gentlemen, but Logan does die on the other side. So now this is actually a 3v5 in favor of IPMDIABOD. Make that 3v4. Luke dies off too. Right now, the pistol round, this like low economy round, is working out great for IPMDIABOD. They have the 4v2 advantage. The bomb has been planted down, and this is a hard retake here. They go for the double P, and that does get off Victor.
Getting the pick on Atlanta too. We're now down to an even 2v2. Bomb is going to have to work quickly here. Siphius on the off, looking for those kills. Shot up by two people at once and not able to take it. IPMDIABOD are going to pick up this round, but once again, even it up 12-12.
I mean, we both predicted some pretty close results here, but again, I think like the pace of this, it's not those usual like 3 rounds that you've taken in like professional CSGO. It's every other round could go to one team or the other. It's not consistent, and I love this.
Yeah, it's going to be very close, and I would not be surprised at all here if we went into an overtime round. Looks like we're going to see another... Not quite sure where IPMDIABOD is going yet. Looks like they might be doing a little bit of a fake move here. However, Siphius got a lock on Banana. Managed to see Sabdab there, but Sabdab going to return with the op, shutting down John Arrigo as well. Going to take the pick on a Logan, but Grand Moff Tarkin going to return the favor.
Yeah, now this is going to create a very dangerous situation for the side of Vibe Check. They're now down 4v2. They have the off, they have the M4, but it is Sabdab here, and he just whipped out the pistol and just was T-posing for dominance there all over Luke.
Gonna be down to Flight. Retake this site. It's not looking good. 4 members of IPMDIABOD still alive. Got the MP7, the off, and take. And it looks like Flight is really just going to try and save here, trying to keep that off, which is big for the economy of Vibe Check.
Yeah, and he could try and pick up some exit frags looking down B-side long if it's coming out of CT spawn.
It's a good thing for Vibe Check that Luke has just basically been the piggy bank for their team. Has $11,850 still currently in his bank. Able to buy some weapons for his team next round if need be. They're still going to be able to get a full buyout from Vibe Check.
Yeah, full buy just because, again, of how much money is on Luke. And that's going to be a pickup kill. Ending kill. I told you, down B-Ling, but instead he got him at Fountain. What a good exit frag by, by Flight there.
Score's going to go to 13-12 IPMDIABOD. This is not over yet. Anyone's game right now. And with Vibe Check still getting pretty much a full buyout. However, the bank of Luke is running a little, whereas IPMDIABOD's still pretty well-rounded in terms of their players' economy.
Yeah, they do have a ton of money on everyone except for John. And look at this angle here. This could be huge, but Logan a little bit slow on the shots, has to need that spot.
Looks like Siphius and Flight are actually going to make the rotate over to A here. But I'm not sure if they know where IPMDIABOD is right now. This could be big for IPMDIABOD.
Yeah, we'll have all the members up. We'll have to see how this pops out. Looks like no one is going to be there to meet them at the pass, but the B site is covered by 2 members. A site appears to be rotating. They hear the running around. They hear the utility being used, and that's going to be a shot off by Victor to take off Ziphius.
Sabdab almost taking out his teammate right there, but looking for the shot onto Flight. Might not see it, gets the spot on him. However, he doesn't know there's 2 people there.
Flight has 2 thus far. He couldn't look to do it, but that's going to be him taken down. He burns alive and then gets hit with a wall bang by Victor.
Down to a 3v3 here. And Luke hopping off 2 kills back to back. We'll see if he manages to find the kill on the Brown. And he does! Luke with a triple kill right there to finish off the round.
Yeah, and he killed 2 bomb carriers in that round. Absolutely huge from Luke. He now is in the 20s for kills himself. Look at Victor. He's in the 30s, 20s for Ziphius, 20s for Flight. This is going to be such a hotly contested match going down here. This could be the final 4 rounds of this. It's 13-13. We'll have to see if my prediction can hold true. IPMDIABOD would need to win 3 straight for that to happen.
Let it be known, big Luke fan, loving all the support coming out from him. Ziphius getting burned a little bit by his own teammate there, unfortunate. But it looks like he's going to be prepared to stop this banana push if it ever happens. IPMDIABOD playing this really slow here. They're getting all their information that they can before they make a decision on where to go.
Yeah, because they know because the money that this probably is going to be their last fight before you go to a match point with that 15th round. And look at that. That's going to be a fight right in the face. And Brown gets the advantage over Luke.
Luke, unfortunately, walked in the room without his gun out, wasn't quite prepared, and Brown a little startled, but managed to get the pick onto Luke there.
Yeah, but no economy left. No utility. I'm sorry, left for IPMDIABOD. They have to rely all on Brown's grenades and that 1 HE Purple Haze. See, oh, shot misses.
Sabdab nailing down that angle though, not able to find the shot quite yet.
And oh my God, Brown and Land going ham on the side. Flight not able to kill him off quite yet, but does get that last kill onto Land. That's going to be now a 2v4. Lots of damage onto Logan there at the end.
John Enrico going to find that shot on the Flight there. Logan picking up Purple Haze though. This is going to be a 3v1. Logan only staying with 4 health. However, he does have an op, hopefully trying to save that.
Yeah, because if you can get that to Ziphius and then like have Ziphius hang back this time, set up, prepare, and hold the angle, I think you can actually still contest this, let's say this 29th round, 28th round, my bad, I couldn't math.
Looks like John Enrico might be looking for Logan here, though. And we'll see if this results in anything. Logan sort of holding his sight lines.
Behind him. Let's see, will Logan get picked?
Oh!
No, he was in the cathedral, in the back, right at the preacher's stand. And this means that he's able to survive for that. So now we are into this round where IPMDIABOD could secure it here with that 15th thing and at least force an overtime at a minimum.
Yes. It's going to be close here. I'm seeing, once again, that MP7 coming out from Land. He really loves you know, I wonder if it is a good gun. I wonder if that might be a strategy to maybe earn some more money for his team. But John Enrico jumping up onto the barrels there, getting picked right off by Ziphius. However, Purple Haze returning the favor there, evening it up to a 4v4 here.
And we have one submachine gun each. I'm sorry, 2 on the side of VibeCheck, and then an off each. We'll have to see. That's another pick off, plus the assist from Sabdab onto Grand Moff Tarkin. Now that's another one from IPMDIABOD. It's now a 3v2. It looks like a 2v2. Brown goes down. 1v2 here in favor of IPMDIABOD. We'll have to see if this retake from Luke can come in.
Luke is going to have a tough retake here, dealing with probably the best player on IPMDIABOD, as well as Lands. Here's Land, and no! Just picked the wrong angle and getting shut down by Sabdab before really make it the point.
Yeah, 33rd kill of the game, and the economy for VibeCheck is basically crashed. Like, they have to full buy. They can't really risk anything other than the full 9 yards. I say everything goes into this last round. They have 1 op, they have a scout, 2 submachine guns, and then a FAMAS versus an op, 3 AKs, and that MP7 that Land loves so much.
You know, this is the match point. A round win for IPMDIABOD here will win them the entire match. So this is a huge round. VibeCheck really needs to pick this up if they want to stay in the game.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before, how Zabdab on that op is here for IPMDIABOD. He goes down, that is a huge advantage for Vibe Check. That op, very powerful, we'll see about it. Around, doesn't catch anyone and doesn't take any damage either, so this is going to be huge to see which bomb site they will eventually pursue.
Land and Logan running into each other a little bit here, but Brown actually going to be the one to pick off Logan there, giving Land some assistance.
Yeah,
IPMDIABOD's a little bit split here.
Oh, 3 kills thus far for the side of IPMDIABOD.
They're both reloading! Landed up! Grand Mothar can be able to reload faster and get the pick on the land in there.
Yeah, and the bomb is on A, so it is going to be a hard retake here, but it is a 2v3. It is manageable. You have the scout, you have the op, so you have long-range weaponry. If you can pick off one person and then flick for another, then you can reasonably take this round. And you still have some good utility here. But those angles are bad for them, and that means John will pick him off. Looks like Flight is going to try and circle around. We'll have to see how this results out. They're chasing him down. Johnny Rico picks up the kill, and it seals the deal. The round going to IPMDIABOD, 16-13.
Yes, nice job there for IPMDIABOD. And now we're going to try and pull in 2 of our players here, get some interviews post-game. But that was an incredible match coming in from IPMDIABOD as well as
Vibe Check.
Vibe Check, yes, sorry. Great plays for both teams. We saw a lot of star players coming out. What did you think?
I think at the end of the day, I ended up being right with 16-13 IPMDIABOD.
You did call that dead on, I have to say.
I also ended up accidentally calling the player that I thought would have the most impact on the match being Victor Zabdab, and I think he has to be the unanimous MVP of this match.
Definitely. And here he is right now.
Yeah. We're going to cut out really quickly, and then we will be right back with an interview with our MVP of that match, Zabdab.
Exactly. All right, Victor. We have Victor, aka Zabdab, here, captain of IPMDIABOD. Well done on.
Thank you.
What did you do right? Like, how'd you do it?
Well, I can't really talk about more like the stuff we were going like for strats and stuff. A lot of our structure is based around just playing around me because I know a lot about like the enemy players too. Obviously, Andy's one of my teammates. I've played with him and against him a lot. So knowing like just where to call the shots was probably the most important part because we were missing a lot of the team bonding because we didn't have a lot of time to practice CSGO. So I'm really proud of the guys. They did a lot of work outside the server just to help stay together and listen to callouts and really stick together and not have to like challenge each other on distance. So I was really proud of that.
Yeah, it was a great job at a very entertaining match. It was dead close the entire time. And at the very end, you guys managed to pull ahead by those last
I think
3 rounds.
I think we were 13-13, and that's when we came back to like 3 rounds because I knew they were going to be low on economy. We were just going back and forth. Those last like I think 11-11 back to like 12-13, 13-13, and then it was just like you knew the economy was low when we got that second round in a row because there's just that when you're swapping back and forth that much, especially with them buying ops. Because I think Andy on the op was actually the biggest challenge that we had to face because a lot of the guys were like not so used to facing an opper like in CSGO, which it's more mobile. They move around a lot. They can change positions really quickly, and they like to be stationary, but they can move anywhere at a given notice. So he was the biggest point there, and I knew they were going to try and save that op. We noticed Flight was trying to save it as well in the last rounds. So he was playing with it, and we knew that was going to be the biggest point in them losing their economy. So the last few rounds were probably just the most exciting because I knew it was over. As soon as you get the pistols on and eco, it's pretty much done in game.
Perfect. All right. Well, congrats on the win. Do you have any other shout outs, any closing statements you'd like to give?
Shout out the Vibe Check. I think they actually practice a lot for this, especially with the Overwatch players, Logan and I don't even know what their names were in the game. I couldn't tell the name between them because one of them was I love Aram.
That would be Luke.
That would be Luke, and the other 3-worded one was I think Logan or something.
There was I Love Aram, which was Luke, as well as there was Siphius, which was Andy, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I forget what the other two. There was Flights, and then there was Grand Moff Tarkin, or was he on your team?
I actually don't even pay attention to that much besides that. It was just like I knew the guys that were like the most focused on that were obviously Luke and Logan. I want to give big shout outs to those two specifically because I've heard of what they've like experienced in CSGO, what they think about it, and just for them to stick it up and actually practice the game, I really appreciate their team effort. So shout out to them, and also shout out to Hogs Eagles Cranks because we're going to be playing games later with them. So I'm looking forward to those, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you, Victor. Congrats on the win, and we're going to swap over to. I believe we have another interview, correct? Or no? All right. All right. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with either, I believe Rocket League is up next, correct? Perfect. All right. Thank you all for